3 people have been killed in Haiti in an attack on the country's central bank in the capital of Port-au-Prince. The city has been overrun by armed groups for the past 3 weeks as gang violence intensifies. A prison was raided, releasing thousands of inmates as they demanded that Prime Minister Ariel Henry resign. Haitian journalist Wethzer Piercin joins us for an update. A very good afternoon to you. Welcome to Newzroom Afrika. We've heard words like chaos, dysfunctional being used over the last few months to describe Haiti. Is this a true reflection of the realities on the ground there?
Since those last years, Haiti has been facing a very difficult situation. Since the assassination of Jovenel Moise in July 2021, Ariel Henry came to power and promised security and elections. 2 years later, no elections, no security, and that means no elected officials. In 2023, more than 3,100 people fled their homes, forced by armed gangs to leave their homes. Now I'm talking to you, 80% of the capital, Port-au-Prince, is under control of gangs. But things got even worse during those last days, since February 2029, when the two largest prisons have been escalated by bandits, and more than 5,000 of prisoners escaped from these two largest prisons. At the same time, the gang launched their assaults and over dozens police stations, the international airport, the port, and private businesses. Schools remain closed, and now I speak to you, thousands of people continue to flee the violence of gangs. So, of course, in some places, there is a timid resumption of activities, but the worry remains. You can see it on the face of the people in the streets. At any moment, the gunfires can return. So when you live in a space where there are no elected authorities, when the institutions are dysfunctional, when people are forced to stay home or forced to leave their homes by armed gangs, powerful armed gangs, when you know at any moment you can be hit by a stray bullet, when gangs impose their laws, yes, I do believe we are amid chaos in Haiti.
That's a terrifying description there. 80% of that area now controlled by gangs. That's a significant chunk. How did the country get to this point?
These last years, it is important to notice that this problem of gangs is not something new in the history of Haiti, but it is something that has been worsening during those last years. I can say during this last decade, things have got worse in the country. When you are the elected authorities that never take the decision, that never made this decision to fight the gangs, so the gangs take advantage of this void, and they become more and more powerful every day. There's a man whose name is Jimmy Shields. He's the spokesperson of a coalition of gangs, which name is Vivre Ensemble, living together in English. So he presents himself as a revolutionary, and when you have no elected authorities since 4 years now, so it is the void, this man, as I say, barbecue, Jimmy Shagzy, take advantage to present himself as a leader. So the gangs knew that they have nothing that can stop them. So they take advantage of this void, they take advantage of this gap, and they install their power everywhere, not only in Port-au-Prince, but in the other places of the country. Now, gangs are under control of gangs.
What is the profile of the gangs currently in charge? Are they operating under one boss? Who do they stand for?
As I just said, Jimmy Cherizier Barbecue, the spokesperson of the most powerful coalition of gangs, he presented himself as a revolutionary. There is an alliance he already created in 2020 called G9, which is a coalition of the most 9 powerful gangs. But Viva Some Living Together that I just mentioned is a new alliance that once asserts the power of the gangs in the country. So Barbecue, Jimmy Cherizier Barbecue, is the face, is the person that you can refer to when you are talking about the most powerful gangs in Haiti now, because he's the most powerful gangs are under his control now.
Is there a political solution on the horizon? I understand that some leaders have been meeting to find common ground.
Yes, of course, there was a meeting that was held in Kingston, Jamaica, last week, under the invitation of CARICOM. CARICOM is the Caribbean community. It was decided to create a transitional presidential council that will take power after Ariel Henry, the prime minister, was resigned. This transitional council will have 7 members and 2 observers. Among other tasks, they will have to conduct the country to new elections that will lead to new elected authorities in the country. But negotiations are ongoing between the Haitian actors for days. And we are waiting for the establishment of this presidential council.
What were some of the reasons behind the big call for Ariel Henry to resign?
First, there is the chaos that is ongoing in Haiti. As you know, the gangs attacked police stations last week. They attacked prisons. They attacked public services, public buildings. They attacked the international airport. So this Ariel Henry, who was in Haiti at that time, he couldn't come back to Haiti. He couldn't take way back to the country. He was obliged to stay in Puerto Rico because I said he couldn't come back to Haiti. So this chaos that is ongoing in the streets of Port-au-Prince, particularly in Port-au-Prince, is one of the main reason that Ariel Henry was decided to resign. And there is also a decision from the U.S., from the other countries that form that we call the core group. This is a group formed with the most powerful countries like Canada, France, United States, and other international institutions in Haiti. And Ariel Henry didn't see other possibility to solve the problem. Instead of he didn't see other possibility than resign. So last week he announced that he will resign, but this resignation will be effective when the transitional council will be in place in the country.
So as this is ongoing and, of course, Haitians looking for some glimmer of hope, what does the international community need to do to show Haitians support and solidarity?
Yes, I think it is important now to help Haitians because they are facing a very dire situation, humanitarian crisis, and things get worse. And during those last days, people cannot find food, people cannot find medications. The biggest hospitals remain closed now. Children are obliged to stay home because they cannot go to school. So almost the most important institutions remain closed. So I think the international support is crucial at the moment. Firstly, to address the humanitarian crisis, people who have fled their homes, and the security crisis. I'm talking about the gangs who are spreading violence in the streets of Port-au-Prince, but also to allow the institutions the renewal of the institutions that remain closed for days. However, the international community cannot do everything.
Yeah, absolutely.
It remains certain that Haitians must decide their own future.
And how are you operating as a journalist? I mean, are there any restrictions that you're faced with?
Yes, it's quite difficult.
Yeah.
Sometimes when I leave home to go to work, I can see corpses, burning corpses in the streets, bodiless, lifeless in the streets. I can see people with their children, with their suitcases. They are leaving their home and they don't know where they are going. So it's kind of difficult as a journalist to report on this situation because you are living in the situation. You can be hit by stray bullets. So it's not easy. It's not easy. It's very difficult.
Is the media granted
me
freedom to write and report on the stories as and when they happen?
Yes, but as you know, Haiti has these last years, there is there is a lot of difficulties for journalists to operate in the streets because of police violence, gang violence, and it's not easy. But there you have some brave journalists like us at Aibo Post who are still doing our job, who are still reporting on what people are facing.
Gloomy picture indeed. Wishing you all the best there. Wethzer Piercin, who's a journalist and writer in Haiti, talking, of course, about how gangs have gripped Haiti and the violence there having intensified.